Okay, so we're going to continue with the argument essay, and we're going to go over the structure real quick. So if you were to make an outline, this is what it would look like. So first thing is the opening. You have your hook, just like normal. Summarize the articles, about a sentence per article. And then finally your thesis. And your thesis is also goes by many names. It goes by your claim, it goes by your argument. Whatever it is, it should only be one sentence. This is your argument, and it's really important. It's one sentence. Pick a side and stick with it. The other thing you need to make sure you're doing is I know that many of you have been taught how to do a 3-part thesis or a 2-part thesis where you would say something along the lines of cats are better than dogs because of they don't have to be trained, they are quiet, and number 3 is that they can be, they can be cuddly. I know that's what you've been taught to have your all 3 points in. However, for a couple reasons, I think the best idea, especially in an argumentative essay, is to keep it as simple as possible. Still figure out these points, but have it in your main paragraphs. In fact, for the thesis, I would just restate the prompt, period. So if the prompt is, why are cats better than dogs? I will say, dogs are better than cats, period. I can get into everything else later or even above, but my thesis, keep it simple. Cats are better than dogs. Whatever it is, pick a side. Don't quantify it. Don't qualify it. But sometimes don't add in a counter argument, keep it simple. Okay. Next, we get into our first and our second paragraph. They're going to be pretty much the same. So whatever you do in the first paragraph, whatever structure, do it again. So your first paragraph is going to start with a transition. And transitions are really important in an argumentative essay because if you don't show I'm changing arguments, I'm changing sides, I'm saying what other people are saying, it gets hard to follow and it gets hard to understand. So a good transition would be first, second, another one would be one reason why blah, blah, blah is blah, blah, blah. So whatever you need to do, have that transition sentence. Go into your quote. Don't pick a super long one. Keep it 1 to 2 sentences. And then also go into your explanation. Don't make that super long. Keep it down to 1 to 3 sentences. Generally, quotes in articles for nonfiction are pretty clear cut, so you don't need as much explanation. Remember, you're going to do this twice. You're going to do it for your first paragraph, and you're also going to do it for your second. Your third paragraph is super important because your third paragraph contains your counter argument. Now, looking at the rubric, it appears as though if you forget or miss your counter argument, you go from 4 points to 1. So it's really important that you shape this and craft it carefully. And that starts with transitions. If you don't have transitions, it seems like you're just switching arguments mid-essay, and that's a problem. So start with your transition. And the 2 I like best are some people say, or some people believe, or some scientists agree that blah, blah, blah. So that's appropriate. You can also do a counterclaim is. So that's also appropriate. But in some way, make sure the reader knows this is not what I'm saying. This is what someone else is saying. Next, you're going to have your quote that supports them and your explanation of that quote. After that, you're going to have your rebuttal transition. And that's going to be something along the lines of what these people fail to realize, what these people misunderstand, whatever. Then have a quote that supports